Hey folks, Cool18 here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4 as Japan! It's been a few days since the last time I recorded an episode, so I was just looking through all this. I mean, for you guys, you should have had one yesterday, but for me, it's been a little bit. I've restructured a couple of things here. Well, not restructured so much as set a couple of commands. These are some pretty ballsy, deep thrusts into Germany here to try to get a little bit of a cutoff. I'm actually not sure about this run to Munich. We'll see, we may just wrap around. Which one of these is the one doing that? You. I think it actually might be better if you help out here. That's fine. These are woods, which is not the fastest. I'm wondering if we go and hit the plains and then try to wrap around. I guess it's about the same, and we may as well pop Munich while we're there. That's fine. Also, over here, I've gone... These guys were being mostly static, so I've told them to push across the river here. Some of them are going to try to flank here, but the motorized division is going to make a run and grab a couple of cities and also try to do a little bit of cutoff if we can. Turn this into a bulge. Obviously, that's going to turn our front line quite a bit longer, which is tough because we still don't have unlimited troops over here. But, other than that, not too shabby. I'm going to halt this guy and encourage him to recalculate where he's going because he might not decide to go quite as far. Meanwhile, on, well, I was going to say the Eastern Front, sort of our Western Front, but let's, whichever, I don't know. The Eastern Front of Germany over here, things should continue to be okay. We're still a little bit light on troops to actually do this sort of cutoff here. That would be really nice if we could pull that off. If we can pop in here and then cut those fellows off, that would be helpful. I'm going to see if I can't... drive some extra things. Are these guys already running back? Yeah, they're already running back. So I don't think we'll be able to get an overrun here, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, I think I'm going to go ahead and unpause. And we'll witness the fruits of our labor here. Lots of green blobs all over, which is nice. This bulge will be a bit dangerous if we can't sort of collapse around it and improve things. Meanwhile, over here, we actually do have a good number of things. And are we actually pushing? I'm not sure. This is a river. I'd rather not run across there with my tanks. This is relatively well defended, although some of these guys may not be fully organized. My tanks aren't fully rested either. So you know what? I'm going to let them go on pause. I got some free military factories, although I suspect we've got some busted up ones. Actually, everything seems to be green, which is kind of a surprise to me. How are we doing stockpile-wise with everything? Lots of infantry equipment, including level 3s. Towed rocket artillery. Actually, I think what we're going to want to do is increase production of that, because that's what we're going to probably start switching things over. Yeah, okay. So it's just a few smashed factories that we grabbed, but it is there, and they will start to work. I mean, we've got a lot of them in the queue. The production efficiency is relatively low. But if we can start stockpiling some of those and switch things off, it'll be nice. The rocket artillery is mostly about adding some extra soft attack compared to normal artillery, but it ain't bad. Looks like that's going well. I mean, we're not going to cut off these guys, but we are going to be able to flank around the river, which is going to be nice. And yeah, we're rushing in there. That's not going to go so well. I was going to say, should have cut that off a little sooner before you ran out completely of organization. But that's okay. All right, so we're not going to be pushing quite as aggressively into France, but that's fine. Our primary goal is still grabbing all the VPs for Germany. Like this. We're most of the way there already, because that will collapse. They will capitulate once we grab their core victory points. We don't need to actually grab their holdings anywhere other than Germany proper. Actually, I don't know if there's a quick way to tell what their core territory is. I don't know if some of the stuff they grabbed from the Sudetenland or from Austria or anything like that. I don't know if any of that starts to become considered to be core. What's your exclamation mark here? You're set to do not engage. Right, but you're going for repair, right? Which is fine. So just go and do that. Naval engagement over here. Good job sinking a lot of German stuff. Excellent. More naval engagement reports over here. And that's a little less good, but I think that was a prelude to everything else. Air wings without missions, that's just R1s on the carrier, so that should go away momentarily. Alright, I'm still pretty happy with that. Good. Okay, this push is going well. Again, this might result in some dead tanks, but it might also result in something truly awesome. We'll see how it goes here. Because these guys are retreating quite aggressively. So actually, we're not going to end up being particularly bulged out here, for good or for ill. Yeah, going to tell these guys to stop their move. Just go in the defense. They might actually have to fall back, but maybe not. Actually, things are going remarkably well. What's our organization? Not great on one tank. The other one is actually going fine, though. And are you set to garrison as your instruction? No. No. You don't have a battle plan anymore, I think. Or you do, actually. Oh, I think I was letting you reorganize. Oh, these are paratroopers. That's an interesting idea, actually, with these paratroopers. Why don't I use them as such again? And drop on something like Vienna. Again, I don't think Vienna is going to be core territory of Germany, though. But what about Munich? Okay, so first step, and I hate this. First step is find out where the hell my transport planes are. This is so annoying, but at least I can click that, look for the one that's lit up. There's my transport planes. I think that's very annoying, but I've made my case before. I think the transport system is stupid. So we're going to reposition you probably in Brandenburg. Yeah. You could have a little bit closer, but it's going to be okay. Then I'm going to tell Red Squad here to strategically redeploy. What's the button for that? I don't remember. Right over here. B. Strategically redeploy to Brandenburg. And then we'll get you to drop onto Munich directly. We may not need that. It would not surprise me if by the time we got this going, we actually were there just naturally. But it might still help. Okay, that push isn't going to work out, but there's a whole stack of people over there. My tanks are now sitting idle, so... Trying to see. I could just start making my run to Munich, but I think that would be mostly suicidal. I can time it in pair with the paratroopers, though, to get them some supplies. It's just filling in this line, protecting this bulge. There's a lot of crap still out there. I think it's okay if I push a little bit. I'm going to move one tank up here, and that's probably going to be fine. What about the one with higher organization? You move out to there, and we'll call that good enough. More naval battle over here. Sinking some Italian stuff. Lost some planes, but killed a lot of planes on the other side. That's fine. Oh, more naval battles. Oh, here's the real one. Excuse me. We did lose a battleship, which is quite valuable. It's a Battleship 1, actually, so it's a little bit obsolete. And we did take down a lot of stuff with it, so not too bad. And then, yeah, this air wing, these are all carrier air wings, so that's fine. I don't care about the convoy reports and big ships on low strength, but you're going to go and repair, so that's going to be okay. Meanwhile, I haven't actually looked at the situation here in some time. Basically just holding this line, which is going to have to be sufficient. We are pushing back over here. Actually, we're defending over here. I think we do have some people that are heading that way. I don't think I've got anyone not assigned to an army at this time. Definitely seems to be that. I could make a run straight for Baghdad, but I'm not sure what the win is there. Still, purple group here. Are you really just 3 people? And you've got a battle plan. Tell you what, I'm going to tell you to execute it. And I'm going to tell you to just make a run straight for Baghdad. I don't think it actually is going to be meaningful in any way whatsoever. But let's go ahead and do that. And you do something like this, and we'll see what happens. It's not the most important thing. Whereas you guys have no battle plan anymore. And in fact, you can probably keep pushing. Because I think we can straight cross. I don't think there's anything that blocks us there. So you have no orders whatsoever. I'm going to frontline you over here. Set an offensive line. Something like this. We'll see if we can't push into these mountains and hold it. And then go ahead and execute that right away. More control over Turkey actually is going to help us a lot. You say you still don't have any orders? Did you not get added to this properly? There we go, all 24. Wonderful. Charge. And you're set to be a normal thing, which is fine. Just sort of holding off there. Italy, right, Italy. We are continuing to push in. I've actually sent a couple of advanced squads over here, which I'm going to split one of you off and just tell you to do that. And actually the other one, I'm going to tell you to go up this way. And see what that can do. Italy is going to capitulate relatively soon. Oh! You. Bop that. You gotta clear these troops here so that they go to the real front again once this border goes away. Plus, it's going to be a nice little stack wipe. Alright, excellent. So, my paratroopers. You are going to paratroop drop from here onto Munich. lock that in, and... Okay, we need air superiority in Western Germany. Excuse me. Oh, jeez. I've been a little bit ill. Ooh, yeah, we really need a lot more stuff here. Okay. Show me any bases we might have access to over here. How come it's showing Westfalen first, as opposed to Rhineland? It's sorted by distance. Shouldn't Rhineland be at the top of the list? What? I don't know. Anyway, let's put... Do we have any jet fighters kicking around yet? Did they show up at the bottom of the list? I don't remember. No, I think we already got a squadron of jet fighters, and we set the reinforcement limit to be quite high. So if I just grab any kind of fighter over here, it doesn't matter. Fighter 2s to start off with, it'll be okay. We're going to grab you and put you into Western Germany. That was here in the Rhineland. And then Westfalen, you're basically at your limit. Luxembourg's not too far away, and it's got a capacity of 2,000, which is nice. So I'm just going to go and grab a wing of 1,000. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get another wing of 1,000. Same thing here. And again, this is not really the most optimal configuration, but I'm going to call it good enough. And fight for some air superiority over there. And hopefully that'll bring us up to where we can be. So these guys should be able to go once we hit it. Although, it'd be nice if I could preset that button so that as soon as we hit 70% it would go. I'm not sure that it will right now. Are we there yet? No. So what are we at? What's the stat? You know, we have 100% coverage. It doesn't actually tell me the percentages. I guess that's looking vaguely like 60-ish%. More free military factories, although it's not entirely true because they're sort of smashed, but not that many. Looks like we actually need maybe a little bit more artillery, like regular artillery, although we're going to start phasing that out. Still, yeah, I'll go ahead and upgrade that a little bit. That's going to be fine. More air support, assuming everything has been deployed out here. Verify the distance. Right, and then we're out of those fighters. Maybe I can assign other people from other air zones. For example, from over here, I'm going to get the fighters and close air support. Move them to Western Germany. We still need places there, but Eastern Germany... there's still a fair amount of fighting in this zone because it covers all the way to there. What about the Benelux region? I might leave some fighters here, but let's take this wing. So, Benelux region, I'm going to split you in two. And then, yeah, grab one of you and throw you into Western Germany. Then, in Western Germany, we've got to see anyone who really has range problems. Which isn't too bad. We do have some near air bases, though. Well, are they? These are all kind of full. I mean, Luxembourg not yet. But it'll reinforce eventually. Here, Weser Ems isn't too bad. So, mission efficiency. Oh, it's mostly that. Lacking range for the close air support. The fighters I'm most concerned with. Actually, we seem mostly okay. Tell you what. I'm going to move the close air support to a near air base, which should help. So, hopefully, once those extra planes kick in, we'll have more air superiority. Where's my paratroopers? Yeah, we don't have it yet. Oh, there we go. On this mouse over, do I have air superiority stats? No. Radar, active airplanes, it's just detection totals. So we're not detecting them all. That would help us shoot them down. I mean, almost certainly we're obliterating some stuff. So, enemy fighters lost, yeah. We're losing a lot more fighters, actually. Although we're killing a lot of bombers as well. Well, we'll let it keep going for now. Oh, our paratroopers went. Okay, so they did lock in, and as soon as it hit 70, they went. Lovely. So, what I'm going to do is grab a couple of you. Wow, oh, I did not let you get reorganized after the strategic movement. Whoops. That's not going to be good for you, especially being out of supply. So, we need to make sure that our tanks over here make a beeline to Munich through a couple of different routes. For some reinforcements. They should be able to hold it for a little while. How's Germany looking in terms of 68% towards capitulation? Okay, I mean, but there's still a lot of war goals to grab. But that's quite good. How's Italy, actually? Canada's almost capitulated. Oh yeah, I have to check North America. Italy's nearly there as well. And again, it's only the core territory that matters. And we are making some pretty good runs to that. So speaking of, why don't you go ahead and make a run all the way up to Veneto. I don't know if they start with Istria or anything like that. Tell you what, I'll go ahead and queue that up just because. Let's take a look at North America here. Because I don't know, I don't think I had any manual controls assigned over here. So do you have a war goal? Yeah, it's to go all the way to the other side. Probably if we just get some people to beeline to Winnipeg, which is going to happen eventually. Yeah, see, you're doing these weird shuffles. It is summer, but there's very little infrastructure here, and the terrain is very rough. There's a war goal up there. Just go ahead and rush that. That's going to be okay. Meanwhile, over here, you guys, okay, have been set up to polish that off. Excellent, right? We did that last time. It's just taking a long time for everything to move. And you go ahead and rush that victory point. And you guys over here, just get in over there. And you're going there. Okay. So hopefully that'll lead to some capitulations. Both of you are going there? Yeah, I'm going to get you to take a slightly different path. Just for cuz, just in case we run into something. And then, yeah, we have to take care of this at some point, too. Why don't you guys do that? Take care of this little American cluster. Get them to capitulate as well. It'll just clean up those borders a fair bit and make me feel really good about things. All right, we are holding Munich. I suppose what I could do as well is grab say a couple of these guys and just move out a little closer to the tanks. I don't want to spread them out too thin. Yeah, see, and they are going to start attacking here, and I don't have much in the way of organization. Although we probably got a few ticks that came in. And yeah, if we can meet up the tanks, make sure the supply is okay. And they're not going to run out of supply that quickly, especially since they do have some production from the city itself. All right. So it should be, they should be fine by the time we reach there. In fact, this will go a long way to breaking these German lines. It sucks that these guys are still green. No, they're not green. Okay, one of them still is, but other people have become regulars. Ah, congratulations, paratroopers. I'm really proud of you, actually. You guys have really built up from a kind of a miserable little situation here and gotten to be pretty impressive. So we do have the factories, although, again, a lot of them are probably just smashed. Why are you saying we need weapon 3s? We have 138,000 stored. Is the need just representing, like, what we're short of now because they haven't actually been reinforced? That's possible. Still, you know what? We actually are burning through a fair amount of equipment. I'm going to go ahead and do that with the extra factories. And actually, we got a surprising number of them that aren't horribly, horribly damaged. So they're holding this line very well. They might not actually be able to defend against the tanks, although the tanks probably don't have unlimited organization, so it might help. We do have an encirclement penalty. We are slightly entrenched. This counts as being encircled. There's no... I also think the encirclement penalty would kick in if you actually had units attacking from the other sides. Apparently that's not important. It's just whether the border wraps around you, which I guess is pretty reasonable. Looks like our advance is being pushed, or slowed down a little bit over here. But we did punch through over here instead, which is also going to be quite nice. And you guys are helping out with things such as that. That's great. We are pushing across here very well. Actually, this push has worked out pretty well too. I would like it very much if we took this port. And you guys assist in there, but I'm not going to get all of you to run into it. Just try to help push. Take that. Cut off another possible supply route. And I'm going to like that. Let's take a look at Turkey. Maybe you can't make it across here. Well, they certainly think that they can't. I wonder if you don't have control over that sea zone, if that's what causes the issues. Let me take this navy. This one here is pretty goddamn smashed up, actually. Because it would be nice to have sea control over here. But yeah, these are all pretty busted. Alright, we'll leave auto repair on. That's fine. Is this actually... Yeah. So let me dock you in Istanbul instead. That's going to be repair place. And you're going to patrol... Yeah, I know you're currently repairing. It's fine. You're going to patrol Oh, you can't access the Black Sea. Interesting. Alright, I'm just going to set that one zone. That's fine. Then I'm going to put your repair priority back on, so you should instantly go and repair after this. I just wanted to make sure you get assigned to an appropriate place. What is this? This is our light cruiser? Light cruiser finished up. And we may as well take the shortcut to the heavy cruiser. We don't have a whole lot left to research, but do I want to change my ship production? That would be under screen ships over here, right? Yeah, because we don't have any light cruisers being built right now. And I think that would probably be good. Again, overall, the world's navy has been obliterated. Is this naval experience? It is. So let's make these light cruisers really awesome. Now, they don't have any anti-air, but that's okay. Oh, no, they do. I missed it. I feel like the anti-air is in a different place than the destroyer, like up here. At least that's where I looked. Reliability, we could probably take that down a notch. I'll save a little bit of experience points, then it goes down, but it's still at 91.5. You're fine. So fire range went up, naval firepower went up. The anti-air, I think, is helpful to protect against the bombers. I like it. We're going to go ahead and save this. And we are going to get one, possibly two, actually. Oh, yeah, we weren't building much because we were trying to save material. You know what? Let's just do the one that's going to be okay. And, ooh, auto-deployment. I don't want that. I want you guys to still deploy in Kanto. I don't remember why I only have one thing set up there. Because we only set to one. Yeah, I'm still not going to use up all of my factories, and I'll still just use the one. We'll have the 2 lines of destroyers. I guess we'll finish that one. But then I want the line of light cruisers again. I think that's going to be fine. So I wonder if it's because we don't have any Black Sea information here. We could run some planes on there. What else could we do? I don't think we're going to lose this area, so why don't we go ahead and get some radar installations in Istanbul. I think that would actually have a lot of value. I don't know if we need to worry about doing anything else. I'm going to get 1 tick of infrastructure here. But the radar helps do a lot of things. So let's do that. Okay. God, more military factories. Again, I'll probably just leave it at this point. You can probably push this, right? But why don't you go do this and then try to bop them that way. See if that works. That's going to be fine. You are being repelled here, so just put on the brakes for a sec. Actually, why don't you go ninja baloney? And you guys are supposed to... Oh, you don't have... Hold on. Purple over here. You're going to have a front line there. And you're specifically mountaineers, so I'm going to get you to push out to... I don't think that's one of the Italian corps. So I don't think I've got to include it. I don't think that is either, but it's a port, so it's got a lot of value. So you guys are going to go up there and then push that way. Please and thank you. You'll still green, but that's okay. You'll do a strategic redeployment to the front. I think that's a perfectly good use of strategic redeployment. I appreciate it. We should be able to bop the guys in the mountains over there. Meanwhile, we have connected to our paratroopers in Munich. How lovely. Now, you guys, do we want you to paratroop again? And again and again and again? I think the answer is yes. Did we capture a near air base? So my transports here. At a glance, I don't see another airfield over here. It's less about having the planes close. It's kind of messy. It's less about having the planes close and just making it so the paratroopers don't have to walk as far. I may just go and have them sort of help hold the line or march, for example, here. Like, why don't we get them to just run over here? Let me make a front line. Sort of like this. And an offensive line to run to, say, over there, which is going to be quite tricky for you, I'm not going to lie. And I'll just tell you to get started. Plans at a disadvantage, still positioning, still preparing. That's okay. Just put in something general like that, and you should be fine. You might not be able to make this push. You know what? We probably should just airdrop on one of these cities. It'll take you a while to get over here, especially if there's a lot of fighting. And meanwhile, you won't be helping the whole line. Stay here for now. Wow, this is a really dangerous bulge. Really dangerous. Very vulnerable to a lot of other attacks. Is there anywhere we can initiate attack to make this less problematic? There's a river crossing here, but it doesn't mean it can't work. I don't know if these guys are on a retreat or not. It would be nice to pincher all this in behind Nuremberg. But they have vastly superior numbers. Not as skillful, clearly, but in strict numbers counts, very strong. Meanwhile, still trying to push in here through a really broad line. Not going to lie about that. All right, Italy. It'd be nice if you could capitulate out of here. That would be really handy. Only running on speed 2 here, though, which is not great for making the action go. Be nice if we could ninja that. Are we really getting attrition over there? Actually, a little bit surprised. Meanwhile, yeah, if you can finish that bop, that would be good. We may have to grab this for the full capitulation. We will see. And I'm very curious to see if you guys are going to be able to just cross over there this time. There are ships over here, so that may be blocking. You go and grab Aleppo? That would be really handy. Yeah, these guys are still pretty damn beat up. I wonder, these fellows over here, you were garrisoning there, and I can't blame you for that, but what I'm going to get you to do instead is run a naval invasion from here to here. Lock that in, and set as an offensive line to go over there. Good luck, boys. I have all the faith in the world that you can do it. And you just keep pushing through here and just wipe that group out. Well, looks like Italy is redeploying some stuff to their home front, but it might not be fast enough. Okay, I thought we were surrounded here for a sec, but we're not. Pushing still a little bit tough. Might be able to close the loop on a few of these guys. Oh, this guy's strategically redeployment. Syrian national state has capitulated. Okay. I don't know if that makes a substantial difference. But maybe a little. Maybe a little. If we can grab that airfield, that might be handy. Is that the same province? Maybe you're just engaged in combat. That's fair. And you run up over there. Oh, really? You can't make that? These are still light tanks. Oh, they're not my tanks either. Alright, that's not going to help. Meanwhile, you're still going to attempt there. You're having a lot of attrition over here. A really substantial amount. Alright, but the important thing is, can we grab Germany? Well, that's continuing to pressure. I don't think there's anything for me to do here. I need to wait for these relatively slow moves to complete. You guys engage that. And you guys are doing that, which is fine and good and dandy. We've got that victory point over there. I'm going to grab one of you and tell you to... Oh, no, we got the extra victory point. And I don't know if there's another one. You guys can, after you finish that, make a run up to Winnipeg. We missed a victory point over there. Again, I would still like a victory point map mode that makes things just a wee bit clearer. I'm going to get you to just grab all this, because it'll fall when it capitulates anyway, but it just looks ugly and annoying right now. It's bothering me. And then we still have someone who's supposed to be cleaning this up. Yep, we do. And you are going to be coming and taking the American holdings over here, which I think is wonderful. Meanwhile, we are holding the north. Okay, Group Purple. Go ahead and initiate your push. Retake Scotland. And then some. Also, you're being attrition pretty badly. We have a lot of convoys, but I'm not sure that they're getting the trade out. And it still wouldn't surprise me if there's some weird bottlenecky problems because of Turkey. It seems to be a thing that happens. You push in there, and you assist, just to broaden our little area over here, so we're a little bit less likely to just get pinched in and overrun completely. You know, stuff like that. Hold Munich. These guys are getting attrition now. I mean, attrition present 0%, but yeah, most likely they're having some pretty serious supply problems over here. I don't even remember. We might be strategically bombing the shit out of them, too. That is entirely possible. And we still didn't take an airport over here. There is one over here. Once we take that, we will probably Paratrooper out of that. I really want to push in here with some tanks. Although attacking into the woods is still going to be quite tough. I don't suppose you can do that. Doesn't look like there's a lot holding there. No. Oh, also, you don't have any organization. So, never mind. Let me get back to you. Missing production equipment. We're not producing any regular fighters, which is fine. Actually, that's the thing I should be doing with my military factories when they come up, is add in some more jet fighter lines. I mean, I know I've got quite a few right now, and we're a little shy on some of the material. But that's going to be okay. Meanwhile, this push is still continuing well. Wonderful. And I wonder if these guys are low on organization. Yeah, there we go. If we can take Le Havre, that will keep these lines looking good, cut off another victory point, source of supply, and give us control over this side of the river. Make me really happy. Taking Paris doesn't have to be a priority because I don't think it'll lead to any capitulation. Meanwhile, over here, we're finishing that up. 22 divisions are assigned to be here. That's not what we want at all. So this group, I'm going to cancel your orders. Set this to be your front line. And tell you to push till you can reach Venice and Milan. Because we do have another push coming over there. I realize that this will be obviously going across a lot of rivers, but I think that'll be okay. You guys are going to go through there. Clean that up, but mostly you're going to this front. Hopefully sooner rather than later. Looks like that push is working okay. And you are saying, yeah, you wouldn't have any supplies. That's okay. I'm going to force you to make a run up to Genoa. Or Genoa. Okay. Killing more than we... Oh, you. I'm going to get you to cancel your orders, because apparently that place will be defended. So instead, do a naval invasion from here to here. Locking in. And an offensive line to take the airfield. Go, go. Plus we need naval superiority and all that. So you're still repairing over here. What's the level of this? Okay, it is a level 10, so hopefully it'll repair relatively quickly. I'm not getting any air bombardment messages over here, so presumably that's okay. We are going to try to reinforce this front. It'd be nice if we could retake that, actually. That's probably some of our supply problems. I just realized we don't have the Suez anymore. That is a huge bad thing. Group Blue, yeah, we have tons of people that are coming over here. Just took them forever to reach. But I suspect that that's probably one of the big sources of our supply problems right now. We need to retake this. I don't suppose we can bop in there, can we? Also, we do have an airfield here with a limit of 1,000. So let's get some air superiority in here. Still no jet fighters here. I could start disbanding some stuff. Let's go and get 4 sets of close air support and some kind of fighter. Hell, we've got these carrier fighter 3s. That's okay. We've got an excess of them. We're going to get you to deploy here and here. This is all one big air zone? Yeah, this one here. Perfect. Excellent. And you're going to have trouble... Ooh, there's a sandstorm. And you don't have range to cover the entirety of the Egyptian zone. Okay, so it is Egypt over here. Why is this bit blue? There we go. Middle East is actually the zone I want you to cover. Okay, you may still not have range, but a little bit of air support will be handy. And again, we are getting some reinforcements over here. Retaking that is going to be important. Just took a hell of a long time to get there. Invasion's still preparing. All right, that's fine. Meanwhile, over here, things are progressing. You guys have your attacks turned on. You just have to wait for it to happen. We still don't have the airfield, but other than that, things are holding well. Can you pop across here? Ooh, nice. Improved artillery upgrades. Oh, which is nice. Just a bonus to damage. May as well start on the level 3 artillery, I'd say. I don't know if we're going to use them because I think we're mostly going to use the rocket stuff. And actually, we could probably start on some of the rocket artillery upgrades. Let's take a look. If I were to go and make a change to infantry and replace one of their artillery with rocket artillery, what would that do? No, we'd have minus 5,000 in storage. We need a lot more before we can start that rollout. I mean, I could do it for just certain types of units. Maybe mountain divisions. Actually, that's not a terrible idea because these guys here, for example, mountain division. If I do it for you, that will mean we would still have 80 in storage afterwards. Perfect. That actually works out. We're using almost exactly what we have in storage. We have 1196 in storage. We're going to use 1116 to replace some towed artillery over here for the mountain divisions, which I think is going to be rather helpful to help punch through this infantry over here. You guys, make a push. I realize you're having nutrition problems, and I apologize for that. We're going to try to resolve that. I think I may have misclicked something over there, but you. There we go. You halt, and then walk over there. You're not going to have all your organization, and you will be attacking across the river, so why don't you do that instead? Oh, we'll see what we can do. And you guys are still coming. All right. Meanwhile, over here, it looks like... No, it doesn't work. You're going to try to walk there. All right. Halt. Erase your orders. Halt. That obviously can't work. Now, who's this? No faction Bulgaria. Okay. I don't suppose we can have... We can have military access. We can't attack through there. Oh, I'm not actually paused. What am I going to do with these guys then? I could have them join over here, although mostly these are attrition problems more than anything else. Yeah, huge out of supply problems over here. I could put them on garrison duty. And you are still preparing because I'm not actually going too quickly. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to spread these guys out for a bit to minimize some of their attrition and out of supply issues. Just do that. We'll get back to you. Meanwhile, over here, who's the green guys with nothing selected? Nothing assigned. I really want that airfield. It's being defended pretty aggressively, although they have some major supply problems over here. Although my guys aren't particularly ready for this attack either. That's pushing through, and we do have multiple flanks going on. We've got our tanks in here. We're not having supply problems here, which is nice. I haven't checked on the Eastern Front for a while. You know what would be excellent? If we could manage something like that. Which will be hard. Because we have attrition, although they're having attrition. And that particular attack's not going to work out, so we'll get you to wait. But if we can come in from behind, that may be very, very, very helpful. That's going okay. I'm going to go ahead and do this. Cut off whatever that happens to be. I'm going to get you to halt, because then you'll continue your strategic redeployment. But we are pushing in here actually really well. Still haven't reconnected to Japan over here. And a lot of these other pushes are never going to go anywhere, but we got some tanks there. Fair amount of armor. We may want to start considering deploying some anti-tank stuff. Oh, you guys! Why don't you actually make your moves here? Good. And where are you? You're there as well. Your attack's turned on, and do you have a front line? No, I don't think these guys have an offensive line, actually. So why don't you push up to this river and go ahead. I know you're not ready for it, but that's okay. Meanwhile, over here, no one's moving, and it's like, why not? Oh, you're all out of supply. Yeah, there's something broken with our flow. I mean, we have a billion convoys. Well, this sea zone actually has an enemy presence, so that's probably why these guys have no supply. These guys are somewhat out of supply, but not completely, and that's probably mostly an infrastructure thing. All right, well, we'll put a cut in here. This episode has gone on long enough. Hopefully, we can finish this push. The push deep into Germany is working pretty well. I still want to get a closer airbase just so that I can use my paratroopers a little less annoyingly than right now. Actually, one thing I forgot, we have a bunch of experience points now. Now would be a great time for me to go and make my paratroopers a little bit more what I would like them to be. In particular, can we double up on that? Oh, we can. Very interesting. Lots of support artillery, which is definitely what we're looking for. Recon's always good. And then, are we counting on them mostly to do some dig-in? I think so. I think we're going to go dig-in field hospital. Adds their weight, so they need more transports, but they can still do it. And in particular, I don't know if we need to add more actual paratroopers. In fact, I don't think we will. It does mean each division is a little weaker, but they get to use a lot more artillery for their weight than you might expect, which is actually good. Okay, I'm going to put a cut in here. Thank you very much for watching, folks. I'll see you guys next time.